All
All
right.
right. Hello, everyone. We are live. Hope you guys are doing well. It is currently Thursday, 10:18 in the morning, and we have Cole with us. Cole, how's it
Ooh,
going?
pretty good. How about you? Pretty good.
Oh, it's going well. And, guys, same deal as usual. Nothing new. We're going to do a 5-minute language chat. I'm going to set a timer here on my phone. And here we go. Timer started.
All
So,
right.
Cole, tell us a little bit more about you. Where are you from? What do you do? Do you work? Do you study? What language do you speak? Just give us a quick rundown on you.
All right. So my name's Cole, as you said. I'm from a small city near Toronto. I'm not studying at the moment. I'm thinking about studying later on, but right now I'm just working. I work in a retirement home, and I don't really get to use the languages I speak there very often. Like a couple of them, like I can use French and Russian. I'm thinking about learning Serbo-Croatian for work, but I don't know. Uh, Mainly English, but yeah.
Nice. Sorry, which languages do you speak again?
So I speak in this order of skill. So English is my native language, and then German, and then French, and then Spanish, and then Portuguese, and then Catalan, and then I would say Mandarin Chinese, and then Italian and Dutch, and then a little bit of Danish, and I'm learning Hebrew right now, as you guys can see.
Cool. So apart from Hebrew, Dutch, and your whatever, I think it's how many languages are you conversational in? Let's start with that.
Well,
Like, can
my
you
Dutch,
hold a basic
I
conversation?
would say all of them, but like Dutch and Italian and Hebrew to a lower extent, but the other ones I would say I'm pretty conversational in.
Cool. How did you get into languages?
So, my story is kind of weird. So, I was in French immersion in elementary school, and I absolutely hated it the whole way through. And then in grade six, they ended up removing me from French immersion because I was so bad at French, and they put me in core English. And then I was like, oh man, like I feel so bad. This is terrible. And then I hated it. And then I remember when I was 15, we were playing Manhunt, which is like a bigger form of tag in case like.
Yep. I love Manhunt. I learned how to play that in France.
Oh really? Yeah,
Yep.
I used to love that game. But I remember we were playing and I just stopped one day and I was just like, what would it be like to think in a different language? And then so I asked a bunch of my friends who were like bilingual. I was like, what is it like to think in your language? And they're all like, it's the same as thinking in English. But like I'm a stubborn person, so I had to like experience it for myself. And then so I started learning languages and it just didn't stop. The original plan was to only learn German, and then here we are today.
So you started back in, I guess, grade 7, so middle school, junior high.
Early grade 8.
Oh, early grade 8.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty young.
hmm
So you started with German. What was your next language?
Well, so it went this way. So I tried to learn German the first time, and I
Hmm.
failed miserably. And then so I talked to the principal at school, and then she was like, if you speak multiple languages, then subsequent languages become easier. So I was like, all right. So I learned Spanish in order to learn German. Like I learned Spanish just to like see how the
Interesting.
process works, so I could later learn German, and then that worked. So I would say it went English, French, German, then fail, and then Spanish, and then German.
Right.
Mhm.
What was it about learning French in school that you didn't enjoy?
Um, the whole process. So it was a lot of it was forced, which is
Hmm.
what I don't like, and it was very grammar based. Like I do find grammar interesting, but I find the communication aspect and making friends and living your life through the language more interesting than just studying like all the different forms of avoir or faire and
Mm,
mhm.
right. So have you jumped back into French since French immersion?
um yeah I still do need to work on it because French is honestly one of the languages that I've neglected.
Hmm.
Um, but I do need to go back into it. But my French now is significantly better than it was before. And when I talk to my old French teachers, they're like, "Wow, Cole, like they're really impressed. Like you've really improved since elementary school." So that was pretty cool to hear.
Nice. So you've
Mhm.
kept in touch with your elementary school teachers?
Um, to like a little bit. Like
Okay.
my cousin goes to the same school that I went to, so
Ah, okay.
I just stop by to visit and say hi.
Nice. That's
Mhm.
really cool. My mom's a teacher, and she always says she's curious to hear. She's always curious to hear about like what our future students are doing. But obviously, well, I don't know, obviously or not, but a lot, I'd say most people don't typically keep in touch with teachers from the past, except maybe university professors. I find university professors some people do keep in touch with. I don't
Mhm.
know. Maybe I guess as you're older when you knew them or something, but who knows? But
Mhm.
that's cool. So what's your future language journey look like?
Um, so, by that you mean like which languages do I plan to learn in the near
Sure.
future?
Yeah, if any.
Well, I bought the Asimov Romanian book, and I have all my books like on my windowsill. So
Hmm.
every time I wake up, the first thing I see is the language books, and then
Okay.
that Romanian book is just sitting there tempting me. Like I really want to learn it, but I gotta stick to Hebrew, but Romanian's been tempting me, and same with what do you call it, Croatian, because there's a couple Croatian people who like work and live at the retirement home that I work at.
Hmm.
So I don't know, they're very tempting. Sometimes it's very hard to just stick to one, as you probably know.
It's like you're trying to get married to one language, but then you start cheating on it with another.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Well, that wraps us up. We're at 5:24, so we'll wrap it
Perfect.
up there. As per usual, everyone, I put a link for. It's cool. I linked to your Instagram. Is there anything else you want me to link to? Or is there anything
Um,
else you want me to?
it'd probably be better to link it to my YouTube channel. So the
Okay.
Polyglot brand.
Sure. I'll link it directly after in like 5 seconds here. So
All right.
whole YouTube, I'll do that right after it's not live anymore. So okay. Well, in that case, everyone, thanks for watching, and yeah, wrap it up there.
All right.